reacting to this video right here. So this guy apparently built a gaming PC for only $237. I didn't even know that's possible, but let's react to this. I want to see how he did this.
This is a $500 pre-built gaming PC and it's able to get 120 FPS on Fortnite. My goal today is to build a gaming PC for half that price that gets the same or even more FPS. Okay, so first I headed on to AliExpress to look for budget PC parts. Since we're on such a tight budget, I'm gonna look for like a motherboard, CPU, and RAM combo because you can get them for pretty cheap. I just found this one and it has a Intel Xeon E5, which I literally never heard of, but it has some it's a 3-core processor, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, so that's pretty good. And then the motherboard is like an X99 and it's all for $66, so honestly, I can't really beat that price. It also has some pretty good reviews. It's almost like 5 stars, so I'm just gonna add that to the cart and hopefully it works fine. Next, I need something that will cool the CPU, and usually you want to go with an AIO, but those can be over $100, so I needed to look for something cheaper. Okay, and for the cooler, I don't even know.
Yeah, so I don't even have a computer. I just have a gaming laptop, which is super laggy sometimes. It's when I have too many files, but right now I don't have that many files.
What the brand name is. It's like Adigrees or something, but it has good reviews and it's like a normal CPU cooler. They also have like a couple variations. I'm just gonna get whatever the main one is. For the rest of the cooling, I headed on to Newegg to look for a gaming PC case that had RGB fans pre-installed. All right, so I think I actually found a pretty nice looking gaming PC. It has 3 ARGB fans installed, so we don't have to worry about wiring those. I also like that from the front, it has a glass view. So honestly, it looks pretty good. And for $60, I'm honestly definitely gonna buy that. Also, while we're here, I of course want to go with an SSD. I don't know who's getting a hard drive in 2024. We're not gonna be able to afford much storage. 256 gigabytes is all we can get. Since this is a budget PC, it didn't really need too much power, so I found this 500-watt power supply. It was 80 plus bronze certified, and now it's time for the most important part, the GPU. So I only have around $50 for the GPU, and my main game is Fortnite, which definitely uses the GPU a good amount. So I had to search for the best deals possible, which of course are on Facebook Marketplace. Okay, so as you guys can see, I kind of
CPU from Facebook Marketplace, that CPU is gonna explode.
did spam message a couple of people, and this one guy for a 1050, which isn't like my first pick, but it's still really good performance. He didn't add that many pictures. It looks a little bit dusty, but honestly, I'm gonna hope it works. And he says it's been in the closet for years, so I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's gonna explode.
$45, I think that's exactly in our budget. W negotiating skills, bro. So I ended up finding a GPU on Facebook, but when I actually decided to go over there, I had no gas and all the gas stations were completely full. But eventually I made it to their house. Imagine I just get like scammed and the graphics card doesn't work.
That's a nice house. That's a nice house. That's
Yo.
So you're for the graphics card?
Yeah. You have Venmo? Yeah, I do. Wait,
yeah.
how much was it, 50?
Yeah, 50. Yeah, no, you're right.
Wait, really?
You're very right.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up,
Wait, can I have the
man?
graphics card for free then?
Yeah, graphics card.
Actually?
Bro, it's
Bet.
on me, bro. Of
Oh, really?
course, man.
Bet. Obviously, that's just a joke. I had no gas and I actually had to order the GPU off of eBay, and this is what I got. It was a pretty good price and it only took a couple of days for it to arrive.
2 weeks later.
After 2 weeks, I finally got all the PC parts. Here is the PC case, and I think I was supposed to order it in white, but I guess it's blacks, but that doesn't really matter. And like I mentioned earlier, the whole reason I actually went with this PC case is because it has pre-installed RGB fans. This PC is pretty open, as you guys can see, and we have the 2 fans over here and then 1 in the back here, and there's none at the top, but it's not really a powerful PC. We're kind of fine. And the reason I like having it pre-installed, we have our ARGB plugs and our actual fan connectors. They're all plugged in, so that makes it really easy. I also ordered the little motherboard and CPU kit, and I actually saw it came with RAM, of course, too. They already have the CPU pre-installed into the motherboard, so this should be this is a really easy, quick PC build. It's the Intel Xeon E5. I've literally never had this, so I'm kind of curious how it works. And we have our 2 sticks of RAM. Okay, so that's the first RAM stick. All right, I have both of them in, so our motherboard's pretty much ready to go in the PC. Okay, so just slide it on like that, and now all I have to do is just screw it in, and I'll have to look for the screws. All right, the motherboard is now in, and I'm honestly just gonna add the GPU in right away. All right, so I did order the graphics card off of eBay, and this is my first time actually seeing it. Hopefully, it was used, of course, so hopefully it's not damaged. The GPU is probably the easiest thing to add into a PC case. Literally just go like that, and we're pretty much done, of course, until we add the power supply and we actually have to connect it. This is our super cheap air cooler. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of do struggle putting these on. I like AIOs a lot better. Now it's time for the thermal paste, and they actually gave me like a really tiny amount, so I'm not sure how good this will even be. Dude, there's like actually almost nothing in here. I'm actually not joking. I'm like trying to squeeze all of it out. Dude, our temperatures are gonna be through the roof. That's literally all of the thermal paste they give me. All right, and then I assume I just kind of place this on here, put the two little hooks in. It seems like it's fine, but honestly, the little mounting thing for this is so bad, it just keeps on getting unclipped. Like, dude, this is so cheap. All right, I think I have it good. Of course, nothing's plugged in because I don't have the power supply in yet, but yeah, you guys can see it's literally basically resting on the GPU. I mean, I hope it works. I just need to add the power supply in and connect everything, but honestly, this was so easy because like everything was already in. The only other thing I need in the power supply is the actual SSD, and like I said, I only have 256 gigabytes, but it's fine because it's a budget PC. You can upgrade if you want a little bit more. Let's actually see how the power supply is. So people that know a little bit more about like building PCs will probably know what it's called, but these cheaper power supplies basically have all the cables coming in from one exit, and now it's time for the wiring. Okay, I have everything plugged in, but there is one plug from the PC that it just doesn't fit in the motherboard, and behind the PC is literally a rat's nest, but let's actually see if it turns on. Hopefully it actually turns on. Okay, perfect. That literally never works. Literally, I always spend like 2 hours fixing it. Now it's time to see if this PC can actually get more FPS than the $500 pre-built gaming PC. All right, it literally has 400 FPS. It looks like the peak is pretty high, but dude, consistently over 150 though. This is, wait. Yo, did I just build literally like the best like $200 PC you can? Dude, this PC smokes the $500 pre-built Amazon PC. The pre-built Amazon PC gets like 120 and like barely gets that. The only extra thing I had to buy was a wireless Wi-Fi dongle, which is about $10 and you're good. 140 while skydiving is crazy. Keep in mind, I'm at 720p lower settings. As the video goes on, I'm gonna raise my settings after every kill. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait, oh my gosh, I'm dead. Okay, we're gonna 1080p, bro. Okay, now it went down a little bit in the FPS, but it's not that bad. Are these kids fighting each other? Oh yeah, they are. Okay, let me raise the settings a little bit more. Let's just do medium settings. We're still overall on performance mode, so it's gonna be pretty low. It's not gonna be that graphically intensive on the PC. I do notice already, I'm not even building, a little bit more stutters, but it's still holding up pretty good. This PC is way better than I thought though. It's actually like insane.